back! Didn't know that I'm a really big flag nerd? I am. So today, because I'm bored, I'm going to make a tier list of every US state flag. So up first we have Alabama. Now, this is really simple. If anything, it is too simple. I honestly wish it had more color. I wish the background was anything other than white. Like, for instance, black. Red and black go really well and look really, really awesome. So I think that's what it could have used, but it's not bad. So I'm just going to give it C tier. Next, we have Alaska. Now, of all the US state flags that use the blue background with something in the middle design, I think Alaska does it the best. The constellation design looks really pretty, so I'm going to put it in B tier. Next, we have Arizona's flag. Now, I really like the concept of Arizona's flag. It kind of looks like a sunrise, and I like that. The only thing I would change about it is I wish it had less obnoxious colors that didn't clash as much. That's the only thing keeping out A tier or S tier, so I'm going to put it in B tier for right now. Arkansas's flag is another flag that's clearly modeled after the Confederate flag, or at least has Confederate inspirations, which isn't cool. However, of all the flags that do that, Arkansas does it in the most sneaky way, which I guess is a little better, at least better than Georgia's. I also don't like the fact that it had just the word Arkansas in the middle. This is one flag that I think would honestly look better if it had like a seal or something else other than just Arkansas in the middle. But overall, it's not bad. I'm going to put it in C tier next to Alabama. California's flag is really cool. The bear in the middle is really awesome. However, as with Arkansas's flag, I wish it didn't put California Republic underneath it. I feel like that really detracts from it. I honestly feel like it looked better if they just didn't have any text on it. And also, as Alabama, I wish the background was anything other than white. Like maybe blue would look nice, or a different shade of green other than the grass. But overall, not bad. I am tempted to put it in B tier next to Alaska, but because it has a bear and bears are cool, I'm going to bump it up to A tier. Now, Colorado's flag is an S tier flag. It's a very sleek and simple design. I'm glad that they subtly incorporated a C and an O in it instead of just putting Colorado in the center of it. Connecticut does the blue background with seal in the middle. However, it does use a different shade of blue, which I like. But the seal is a little overly complicated, and it also has words that just makes it even more complicated. So I'm going to put this in C tier. I'm really glad that Delaware used like unique shades of colors. However, I don't really like them. And also, again, the seal is very overly complicated. And I think the date it was founded is kind of unnecessary. So I'm going to put this right next to the Connecticut's flag in C tier. I feel the same about Florida's flag as I do with Alabama's flag, except Florida's flag is a little cooler. I think the seal adds more to it. However, my feelings are pretty much the same. I wish they picked any other color other than white. So I'm going to put this in C tier next to Alabama's flag. Now, Georgia's flag literally copied the Confederate flag. So it goes in F tier immediately. Now, you might be like, hold up, that isn't the Confederate flag. This is the Confederate flag. And you're right, but that is the Confederate battle flag. This is the actual Confederate flag. In battle, the Confederate soldiers created a battle flag to differentiate it from the American flag, because their official flag looked too similar to the American flag. So Georgia essentially took the official Confederate flag, added a few more stars, and slapped a seal on it. Now, Hawaii. Ah! I have a visceral hatred of Hawaii's flag. Let me explain. Now first, the obvious. It seems kind of weird that a country whose whole gimmick is that we kind of seceded from Britain.
Why should a tiny island across the sea regulate the price of tea? Alexander, please.
Has the Union Jack on it. This kind of mixed messaging there. I would be okay with the Union Jack if this red line here meshed with this red line here. But they don't. And let's talk about those lines for a minute. We start at the top, we have a white line, followed by a red line, followed by a blue line. And the pattern repeats. We have white, red, blue, white, red, blue, white, red, and no blue. Why didn't they add a blue line? So, this goes in F tier. No, as a matter of fact, I'm making a whole tier under F tier, specifically for Hawaii's flag. Next, we have Idaho's flag, and we encounter our first just generic flag with a blue background. It's fine. I don't have anything else to say with it. I'm just gonna stop in D tier and move on. I feel the same way about the Illinois flag as I do the California flag. They both have a really cool animal in the middle. They both have annoying words on the bottom. And unfortunately, they both just have a generic white background. So I'm gonna put the Illinois flag in the same place I put the California flag. Next we have Indiana, and oh boy, it's another generic blue flag with a seal in the middle. However, the seal does look pretty cool. It looks better than most seals on state flags, so because of that, I'm going to bump it up to C tier. Iowa just really wanted to be the French flag. However, they added a little more spice to it, a little more character, which I like by slapping an eagle on it. I really wish France would have done that. Yeah, screw you, France. So just to spite the French, I'm going to put this in C tier and put the French flag in D tier. Next we have Kansas, and oh boy, another blue flag with a seal in the middle. This is going in D tier. Kentucky's flag really pains me on so many levels because this is my home state and I have a lot of pride and I want our flag to be so awesome, but it's not. Instead, we just have the generic blue background with seal in the middle. However, because I am biased and we do have a pretty cool motto, I am going to bump it up to C tier. With Louisiana, we have another generic blue flag with a seal in the middle, but because I was gracious to Kentucky because it has a cool motto, I'm going to also be gracious to Louisiana because it has a pelican on our flag, and pelicans are really cool. So I'm going to move Louisiana to C tier. Next we have Maine, and oh boy, another blue flag with a seal in the middle. That's going in D tier. My feelings of the Maryland flag are the same as my feelings of the Acolyte. Like, it had great potential, but the makers were too indecisive about what they wanted to make, so the end product is just a chaotic mess. Like, this is a really cool flag. This is a really cool flag. This... So I'm going to put the Maryland flag in, I guess, C tier. Massachusetts does the fatal error of just having a generic white background with a seal in the middle. But unlike Illinois and California, they don't have a cool animal. It's just like, who is this guy? I don't know who that guy is. Why do they have him on it? Like, imagine if Massachusetts had, I don't know, what dragon on it. That would be so cool. But instead you have this guy. Anyways, I'm putting Massachusetts flag in F tier. I'm sorry. The Michigan flag is another blue background with generic seal in the middle. You might think I'm going to put it in D tier because of that. However, I was told that little guy in the seal was like supposed to be a Sasquatch. Did I just get like some weird Michigan misinformation? Was I completely misinformed on that? But I was told that that's Sasquatch, and this is the only US state flag that has a Sasquatch on it. So because of that, I'm going to give it the same treatment as the Kentucky and Louisiana flag and put it in C tier because that's cool. Next, we have Minnesota's flag. Now, I was so excited when Minnesota was changing their flag. Like, I was following the finalists so closely because, again, huge flag nerd. But then I was disappointed when they picked the most, like, generic and lame of the finalists. However, the colors are really nice, and I do think it is better than most state flags. So I'm going to put this in B tier. Mississippi's is a gorgeous flag. It's way better than the old Mississippi flag. For reasons. This is an example of a really good flag redesign. Something I wish Kentucky would really do. Hey, Andy Bashir, if you're watching this, we really need to update Kentucky's flag. Mississippi is putting us to shame. To shame! Anyways, Mississippi goes in S tier. Next, we have Missouri's flag. And it's essentially the same as Iowa's flag. Maybe a slightly better. The circle of stars look kind of cool. And just have bears. Bears are really cool. But I'm going to just put it in the same place I put Iowa's flag. Next, we have Montana. D tier. Moving on. Next, we have Nebraska. What is that? See, Nebraska is an anomaly because they took an already bad flag design, which is a blue background with seal in the middle, and somehow found a way to make it look even worse. Look at this. The colors look awful. You can't even tell what's going on in this seal anyways. This is like a guy, he's like standing in a river. Why is he standing in a river? He's like hammering something, it looks like. And then there's like a train above him. I don't know. Oh, and then it says equality before the law. I mean, I guess that is a really cool motto, but it just doesn't look good. Sorry, Nebraska, you're going in F tier. Now, with Nevada's flag, I'm not sure if I'd like it more or less if it was just a blank blue flag. So I'm not sure what the seal actually does. Battle Born is a pretty cool motto or slogan to put on a flag. However, when you think of the state of Nevada, do you think Battle Born? I mean, it's a cool motto, but just not what I think of when I think of Nevada. I don't know. I'm going to put this in D tier. New Hampshire. Okay, I do kind of like the kind of floral design around the seal, but at its heart, at its core, at its essence, it's still just a blue flag with a seal in the middle. So I'm going to put this in D tier. Now, New Jersey tried to do something a little bit more unique. Instead of a blue background with a seal in the middle, they did a yellow background with a seal in the middle. Because they try to be a little bit more unique and quirky than the other state flags, I'm going to put them in C tier instead of D tier. Good job, New Jersey. Now, New Mexico's flag, I really like. It's what a flag should be. It's simple, it's vibrant, it looks good. So I'm going to put New Mexico's flag in S tier. Gold star, New Mexico. New York. Another blue flag with a seal in the middle. Wow, I really love these. Seeing these over and over and over again. D tier. Moving on. North Carolina's flag. It's simple, kind of boring, but at least they didn't do the Confederate flag design like Georgia, and at least they didn't do a freaking blue flag with a seal in the middle. C tier. Next we have North Dakota. D tier. Ohio's a little funky, a little quirky, a little spicy, you might say, because it's the only flag that isn't a rectangular flag. However, even apart from that, the design doesn't look bad. I like how they incorporated a little O in the middle, and I like all the little stars. Who knows what those stars mean, but they look good. So I'm putting Ohio in S tier. Probably the only thing Ohio will ever come S tier in. Now, Oklahoma's flag is another just generic blue flag with a seal in the middle. However, it does use a different shade of blue, which is slightly better. And the seal it picks, I think it's like some Native American symbol. Pretty cool. However, it also just puts the words Oklahoma on the bottom, which I don't like. So I'm going to stop this in C tier. Next, we have Oregon. D tier. Moving on. I'm fine. Everything's fine. As long as I don't see another blue flag with a seal in the middle. D tier. Moving on. Next we have Rhode Island's flag. And I feel the same way about this as I do the Indiana flag. It's just a generic flag with a solid color background with a seal in the middle. However, they did something kind of unique with a seal that looks really cool. It looks good. So I'm going to put it in the same place as I do the Indiana flag. Now, ordinarily, I would have uncontrollable rage over the South Carolina flag for being another generic blue flag with a seal in the middle. However, it looks really good. Like, there are ways to have a generic blue flag with a seal in the middle and still have it look good. Alaska's a good example. So I'm going to put the South Carolina flag in the same place I put the Alaska flag. Now, South Dakota's flag is yet again another blue flag with a seal in the middle. However, because I've put other flags that use the unique shade of blue in C tier, I'm going to do the same with South Dakota. However, what is this seal? Like, what's even going on here? Is that like, is that silo on fire? Why is that silo smoking? That doesn't make me want to go to South Dakota. Also, if you have to literally put the words "Great Seal" on your seal just to reaffirm in words that your seal is good, you know you have a crappy seal. Sorry, South Dakota, your seal sucks. Tennessee's flag is kind of unique. It has characters, a little funky, it's a little quirky. So I'm going to put it in B tier. The Texas flag is classic, it's recognizable. However, from a design point of view, not much is going on. It's kind of boring. I'm going to put in the same place I put the North Carolina flag. Utah is another example of awesome flag redesign. Look at this. You have a freaking honeycomb under some mountains. That looks so dope, man. Just because the flag designers put like 5% effort into the flag design, I'm going to put this in S tier. Good job, Utah. Vermont, D tier. Virginia would be D tier, but the fact that it depicts a murder is pretty cool. I'm putting a C tier because of that. Nothing says Washington like George Washington's face. I think the green background is really good. I mean, green is the color I think of when I think of the state of Washington because evergreen trees, so it's a good choice. Colors aren't very offensive. I'm putting this in B tier. West Virginia is a weird one because it's like they couldn't decide if you want to do a white background with a seal in the middle or a blue background with a seal in the middle. They're a little bit indecisive like Maryland, but they lack the creativity of Maryland. So instead they have this, whatever this is. I don't know, because they put a little bit more effort than most flags into their flag design, I'm putting in C tier. Wisconsin are even trying. What even is this? You have like a minor guy standing next to another guy holding a rope. Maybe that guy's about to tie up the minor guy because he tried to the minor guy was trying to steal that guy's cornucopia. What even is this? What's this even saying? Forward. Yep, when I look at seal, forward is definitely what I think. And also, what is this generic free font you use for your words? Come on, Wisconsin. Just for the font alone, I'm putting you in F tier. Now, Wyoming is even more indecisive than either Maryland or West Virginia because they couldn't decide if they wanted a red background, a white background, or a blue background. So they kind of just did all of them. And it kind of looks good. It kind of looks like a little picture frame. And I have to admit, if you are going to have a seal in the middle of your flag, having it be buffalo shaped is a rad idea. Because of that, and because I don't have many things in A tier, and I want to end this on a good note, I'm going to put Wyoming's in A tier. Why not? Good job, Wyoming. And that concludes my video where I make a tier list of all the US state flags. If you like it, please sure to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. Because hey, I might do some stuff like this in the future. And like always, thanks for watching.
Stop.